Well, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to our X-Tribe online leadership webcast. And we've got an exciting program set up for you for this evening. A lot of exciting things going on around the X-Tribe. But before I get started, I just have to tell you about an incredible weekend we all had at the Mastermind event in Orlando, Florida. This is a generic event. David and I have been attending this with Randy and Billy and Tom and some of the leaders, Issa, here in the U.S., lots of leaders from all over the world. There were thousands of people there, guys, from 47 different companies, 80 different countries, and there were about 350 friends that came in from Latin America, Spanish speaking. So we had multiple languages, incredible, really incredible, exciting speakers came in. Randy Gage just blew out the morning session, as he always does, with a fantastic opening and really talking about, the power of where we're going with this profession. Art Jonak and his wife, Ann, do an amazing job of organizing this event every year. And this year, we had Luca and Lily join us from Lima, Peru, and they were so freaking awesome. I can tell you that they brought such excitement coming up from, this team that they brought along with them. There were probably about 40 or 50 of the fusioners coming in from Latin America. They talked about how the growth over the last 6 years and developing the leadership academies, and they showed pictures of the first small little meeting room that they had, and having 5,000 to 6,000 people at their monthly success events now, and 100 to 120 different events going on, leadership academies all over Lima alone, every single week, and this big monthly event. And I'll be down there for this next monthly event that's coming up with Randy and Billy and Shai and Paul. All of the platinums and above are flying down for this special event. And all I can say is that was one thing, having Randy and Luca and Lily, and then Eric Gamio was such an exciting blowout as he closed out Sunday night. He was so freaking awesome and so dynamic. And all I can say is that Fusion was put on the map big time in front of all these companies. I had people coming up to me and saying, what's going on with Fusion? My goodness, it was just last year, exactly 1 year ago, that we came together. And I remember sitting down with Luca for the very first time. We had just made our decision collectively as a team. We were down there. We were meeting Luca for the first time. We met Michael Smith and Lena for the very first time, sitting around talking about, this exciting new adventure of Fusion. And here we are a year later. And to see these guys representing us up on this platform of thousands of people getting all the attention. Well, Issa and I, our minds were blown from the weekend, but that wasn't even where it ended. I come home, I no sooner get off the plane, and I see this amazing posting on Facebook that Alvaro, our CEO, Alvaro Zuniga, had posted, talking about Obama, Putin, Zuckerberg, and all these global national leaders were down in Lima, Peru over the last couple of days, last week, sitting down and learning about biodiversity of the Amazon. Now, imagine the attention now that is drawn on to not only what's going on with Fusion here in this big global platform of network marketers, but then the attention of all these world leaders coming together to learn about the biodiversity and the global development, the future global development of the Amazon being the heart, the lungs, and the mainstay of plants and fauna, and the power of what can be done with the future of health and wellness. So my mind was so blown from this entire experience and weekend. and the whole discussion about biodiversity. Now, I'm going to have a very, very special surprise for you at the end of today's webinar session. A very special surprise, a sexy special surprise having to do with biodiversity. And as we had planned tonight, John Presky was supposed to be with us. However, he had technical difficulties at the very end. And so one of the things that Ross and I have Ross Decker on the line with us tonight, and he and I have been working very closely with the mobile app. And the fact is that, guys, we are using this app in a very big way to building our business. You know, we've talked a lot about this on the webinars and in our trainings and so forth, that this tool has become one of the most powerful aspects to the day-to-day business building activities and the ways in which we reach out. Now, one of the things that I have found to be very useful and very helpful is, of course, being able to talk with someone. And at that time when I'm talking with them and we get into a conversation, it may be about, you know, something that's going on with them with their health. It may be something that's going on with them in their family. It may be related to the finances. They may be troubled with their job, you know, whatever it is. You know, we break the ice and we say something along the lines of, you know, I may have something that you might be very interested in. My husband, David, and I have launched an exciting business. We're helping people all over the United States and in many other international countries as well with an exciting company that we have discovered that is making a significant impact in the lives of people with wonderful functional beverages. And as I think back, and I was just saying this to Ross just 1 year ago, sitting down at our Thanksgiving dinner, you know, one of the things, my brothers walk in the house, as family walks into the house, you know, we're having a holiday celebration. And one of the things that they say most people do, and that is, what do you have to drink when you first walk in? Now, we all have choices as to what we want to serve. Do we want to serve Coca-Cola? I don't think so. Do we want to serve other types of soft drinks? Do we want to offer people, you know, other kinds of holiday beverages? Well, I made the decision last year, which was just very shortly after joining, that evening we started our fusion experience, especially with my family. And I was just saying to Ross that one of the first things that we did when people walked in the house was, you know, asking us for something to drink. The first thing I did was I handed them a drink, and it was one of the fusion beverages. And since my snarky brother walked in feeling cranky and tired and long day, and, you know, here he was, then I just mixed up and on, figuring give him mental energy and off, and to be able to take him down a notch. And he started asking me all kinds of questions. And at that point I said to him, you know, let's sit down, have dinner. David had just prepared this fantastic dinner. And I said to him, let's finish dinner and then we can talk. Well, think, you know, fast forward to this year. Okay, imagine what you can do this year. Okay, sitting down in the middle of dinner is not necessarily the most appropriate time to then, you know, start whipping out an application or start, you know, showing a presentation. But I do think that it would be a wonderful time at the end of the evening when you're talking with friends and family, sitting around, finishing up your dinner, and somebody starts to ask you, you know, you served me these beverages, what are they? We now have a whole wonderful series of videos that you can share with them. And you could say, hey, listen, I have this mobile app, you know, we're kind of busy right now with the dinner. You know, if you don't have their address, you don't have their phone number, if you don't have their email, you can certainly put it into the app at that point and say to them, you know, I'm going to shoot you out a video, and you have wonderful 5-minute, 10-minute, short little videos on the products, business videos to give them an overview. And as I'm going to share with you this evening, something really special that you'll be able to share with them as well. So Roth, let me ask you this. You know, what do you find to be the most exciting aspect to building your business and to using the mobile app? Over to you, Ross Decker from Staten Island.
Well, thanks. You know, we really have an amazing system. We've really got an amazing app. And, Kat and I have been around the block a couple of times with network marketing, and there really is nothing else out there that compares to our app and the work that the X Tribe elves have been doing behind the scenes for so long. And believe me, we're super grateful for that. But we first joined network marketing probably, I think we're coming up about 10 years, where just in order to send a video out, it was a very expensive subscription service, and you had to pay for an individual viewing for your prospect, which it made you stingy about who you were going to let look at this opportunity, and you had to constantly confirm, all right, I'm going to pay for this I'm going to pay for you to watch this. Are you going to watch it? When do you think you could watch it? And really just hound them to do it. But the convenience of the app, where I was doing a one-on-one with somebody recently, or rather it was a 2-on-1, and somebody came into the restaurant that we were at, and I had kind of known the guy in the past, and he had some questions about what we were doing. He saw the product, he was interested. He named another network marketing company that he had been a part of in the past, and it was so simple to just grab his phone, put my number in his phone, shoot a text over to me. Now I've got his number, I've got his name and number in the phone, and now I'm sending out the intro or the Take Your Life Back video. It's so convenient for busy people on the go. And this is a side thing. We haven't talked about this, but it just came into my head. Kat and I work from home. Most of my time I'm in my downstairs office, and she's upstairs working. We share the same login for our app. Because we want to be consistent with how we send the videos out. So I can see what she does, she can see what I do. So I'll come up for lunch, and she'll be like, "Wow, you sent out 8 videos. I can see it." And we're so competitive in nature. Now after lunch, now she's like, I gotta do 9, 10, 11 and beat this guy. And then I'm seeing the notifications, and then there's always this competition. Oh, her person did open the video and watch it. My person said they were gonna, but they haven't done it yet. So now her invite must be better than mine, because she's getting her prospects are converting and looking at the app. But we love it. It's made this so much easier. It's made it fun again. That was always a thing for us. That if we were gonna get back into network marketing after taking a little bit of time off, that we were gonna have to have fun. We were gonna have to be with the best people. We were gonna have to have the best tools, and I absolutely believe that is the case with Fusion and X Tribe and our app.
Funny you meant this competitive situation, and how there are some really unusual times when you can use the app because it's so convenient. I'm going to tell a story, but I'm sure David is going to absolutely freak out when he hears me tell this. But he had a procedure done, and we're in the recovery room, and I was really excited because there were lots of things going on. We have such exciting things happening right now. And so no sooner did he, come out of this, and I walked in, and I'm starting to tell him about the exciting things that happened while the procedure was being done. The emergency, or the nurse that's in there, this fellow that was in there, is listening. Guys, people are listening. So he says to me, "So what kind of business is this?" And he's giving David juice as David is coming to. And we're talking back and forth. Everything seems to be fine, and everything went well. And so the guy says, "Tell me about the business. What is it? I like to have my freedom. I work here at the hospital a certain amount of weeks during the year, and then I like to use my boat, and I like to go out and spend time on my boat, and I travel around. And so I like my freedom. I like my flexibility. This sounds really interesting." Needless to say, I'd taken out a package, a sachet, and I'd shown him what it looked like. And while we're in the emergency room, guys, said to him, here, give me your full name and your phone number and your email address, and I'll shoot you over a video that you can take a look at. And while we're in the room, okay, the recovery room, he's getting a text message and he says, oh, I just got it. Thanks. I'll take a look at it today after work. So it's so convenient to have this kind of technology available to us. Now, does it take time to get to use it? Of course. You know, you sit down and you play with it. When you first get it, and by the way, if you haven't gotten the mobile app yet, you can go to X Tribe Central. So it's an xtribecentral.com for $37. Crazy, guys, for the entire year. And not only is that going to give you the mobile app, but it's also going to give you the templates for a product-oriented template, you know, your own personalized website that connects to your back office. So when somebody looks at a video there, they see this beautiful website, they watch the video, they then go through the steps, the funnel steps, and they can actually go and enroll and buy products. The same thing on the business side. So you'll actually have two different URLs that you can use, one for the product, one for the business. Now, people say to me, well, you know, some of the people that I know, I have their cell numbers. Okay, so you have access to that. You're going to have a conversation with them. You're going to talk with them either face-to-face, over the phone, on Skype, however it is, and then you can send them a video. There'll be some people, and I've been asked this question. It was one of the questions I wanted to talk about this evening was, well, what do I do with contacts that I know on Facebook? Okay, and people ask me that all the time. And so what I do is I have friends on Facebook and, you know, we're texting and we're friends that we text that way. I always like to take that offline. And what I mean is I say, hey, Ross, I really would like to talk to you about this. What's your cell number? I'll give you a quick call. Now, there is maybe the circumstance where you don't have that kind of relationship or you're afraid to ask. I usually don't find it. I find everybody gives me a cell number. You know, it's rare. Somebody doesn't want to give me a cell number. I think I had one crazy lady that wouldn't give me a cell number. Okay, she said something to the crazy about it, that she just wouldn't give it to me. I figured, you know what? I'm not so sure that I want this person in my business. So that was a quick cross off the list. I mean, we're looking for people that, first of all, are looking, interested, open, wanting to be, you know, informed about something, somebody that you're going to enjoy working with. I mean, if you have to retch the phone number out of this person, chances are you're going to be retching a lot of other stuff. So if you do have that situation where it's only on Facebook, then I pick the video I want to send, and then I go in and I fill out the information and I use my own phone number. Okay, so in essence, I put their name in so I know that when they open it, it'll say that Mary opened the video. I put my phone number and for the text and my email address. Now what happens then is that the text comes to me, I can copy and paste it because I want the link. That individualized link is what I want to get. And then I can use that link and put it into a Facebook private message. Guys, this is about having conversations. It's about, we learn this over and over again in all the different times we're talking together on the webcast. It's about building relationships. The way we build relationships is we develop a getting to know about another person. We want to spend some time. We want to find out what's interesting. Sometimes it's not appropriate at that moment to jump on someone. Sometimes it takes a little time to develop the relationship, something in common, a couple conversations, and then people start to open up and you start to find out more about, you know, their personal interests. You find out about the things that are going on in their life. I find that if I jump on someone too quickly sometimes, and I learned this from experience, that there's a pullback. You know, it's like the experience of getting on an elevator, you know, the insurance person gets on an elevator and then tries to sell everybody in the elevator. That's not necessarily the best way to approach it. So from my experience, sometimes it's about getting to know them, but knowing that you have tools here. Now, what tools do you have? You have these different categories. First of all, in the actual homepage, and I have this right on the front page of my phone, but you have these different categories here. So one of them is a prospect, meaning your prospect list is there. And one of the questions was, can we organize this list according to first name? Well, if I go to my prospect list, everything's in alphabetical order according to last name. So I'm sorry, Peggy, but that's not probably going to happen, where you're going to have the ability to be able to look up by last name. But can you look up by first name? Sure. Okay, meaning that you can do a search and you can pull up, everyone that has the first name of Bob. Okay, and if that helps you. Then on the second part here, you have a library. So you have a library of all different videos that you can share, different aspects of that. For presenting is right below that. Different videos about the product and about the business. And then you have a 3-way call. So my suggestion is that you get your upline to be part of one of your helpers here. And Isa, you asked a question. So I think if you just go back, you wanted to know how to invite a helper. And I think if you just go to that particular person, and I think you can eliminate them and just re-add them again. So give that a try. I know that was another question. If that doesn't work, we'll help you with something else. We also have events where you can actually set up an event in a calendar here. And we'll get John back on the webcast in the future with the technology fixed up, and he'll go through some of the more intricate parts of the event section. And then we have enroll. So we can actually enroll people right here on the app. So you're out and about, like you hear Ross is always out and about. He's meeting people. He can actually go right in there. It's connected to your back office. You can enroll someone right where you are right then and there, as long as you have some kind of an internet connection. Now, if you go to the very top here, you'll see these 3 little lines. Now I'm aware of those 3 little lines on every different type of mobile app that I look at, because it usually indicates that it's a menu. And then we have a drop-down menu that gives us a home page. Go back to the home page, the list of all the alerts. And what the alerts are means that every time somebody has watched a video, you get an alert pinged back to you. This is what Ross was talking about, that goes back between him and Kat. If he sends one to Mary, a video to Mary, and Mary watches it, then he actually gets the alert. Now, the alert comes to us, as a text message. And the great thing is that you get it in real time. So the beautiful thing is that as soon as Mary watches that, you're getting a text that says Mary's watching the video. And you figure if you sent the 5-minute video, you sent the 11-minute video, you sent a 2-minute video, you know how long it is until Mary watches the whole thing. And it'll actually tell you in your prospect section how much she actually watched. Then there's a whole section here on training. So there are different videos that we've taken off of the X-Tribe online team site and put them right here on the app. So if you're out and about and you're sitting around in an airport and you want to watch a video, or you're sitting down somewhere and you have a few minutes, you can watch a video right here on your app, or you can show it to a prospect when you're sitting there and talking. Then all of the products are organized according to nutraceuticals, weight management, athletic performance, anti-aging. And so guys, you have everything right here on this app. Now, how do you become more proficient? You become more proficient by using it. You become more proficient by doing what I did, is I sent a lot of text messages to myself to see what was there. Ross, do you want to add something in terms of how you became proficient?
Okay. Yeah, it's just trial and error, and not much error either. It's just a whole bunch of trial. Kat and I were sending messages back and forth. before we were ready to, go public with this app, we wanted to make sure we saw how it worked, what the prospect was going to, what our prospects were going to see. And so we wanted to make sure. So we just spent a lot of time in there, sent a lot of messages back and forth, and, figured out, okay, you're going to click the button. It looks like it's going to send the message, but there's one more page after that. So if you need to make a change or you need to write something different in the text, you still have that chance. That was the scariest part. When you get to that last thing and it says send, you get one more, there's one more page to go before. But it's just fooling around with it. It's a very intuitive app. It works great. So just get in there and fool around with it. You really can't go wrong.
Well, I promised everyone, okay, if we can have a drum roll. I promised everyone that we would be introducing something very sexy tonight and something very new, something that actually, unless you've gone into your mobile app, you may have missed this, but tonight, right now, we have a gorgeous, beautiful new Fusion product overview video right in your app under Present, and you're going to get a chance to see it right now. Over to you, David.
For centuries, researchers, doctors, and scientists have studied the mysteries of Mother Nature, seeking to uncover the wellness secrets she contains. Much of this inquiry has centered on the areas around and including the Amazon, the largest rainforest on Earth. The Amazonian basin encompasses 7 million kilometers, including territories belonging to 9 countries. It represents over half of the rainforests remaining on Earth and is the most biodiverse. In many ways, the Amazon serves as the heart and lungs of our planet. The Amazon is home to almost 80,000 species of flora. These plants offer huge potential from the compounds they produce, numerous of which can be used for farming, nutrition, and medicine. Most scientists and healers believe there is a multitude of medical, health, and wellness breakthroughs still in the Amazon, waiting to be discovered. Did you know that over 25% of all modern pharmaceuticals come from plants found in the Amazon rainforest? But unfortunately, only 1% of these plants have been studied by scientists for their healing potential. Now, that is changing, and you can benefit. Thanks to recent advances in science, research, and biotechnology, you can now experience the healing, wellness, and vitality secrets Mother Nature has to offer. This is possible thanks to a visionary entrepreneur named Alvaro Zuniga Benavides. In 2006, Alvaro had a dream to help protect this vital resource, while at the same time unlocking the natural breakthroughs it contains. By studying centuries of Amazonian knowledge and then applying the latest advances in biotechnology, Alvaro discovered which plants best improve your health, vitality, and wellness, and then farms them sustainably. Through years of research, numerous international patents, and millions of dollars in investment, the company Alvaro founded, Fusion, developed a process known as nutraceutical fusion. This proprietary process isolates the active components in fruits, vegetables, and other botanicals. Liquid is added to the plants, creating a gelatinous mixture, which goes into an industrial cold press. Then this juice, rich in botanical actives, is dried through an atomizer with hurricane force air pressure to remove the moisture at low temperature. This leaves the potent botanical, active nutraceuticals in powder form. Finally, active components from different plants and fruits are blended to create synergy and the specific formulas for functional beverage mixes. You can then access the goodness of the Amazon, packaged in convenient sachets. You simply mix them in water to rehydrate the formulas, and you have delicious coffees, teas, sodas, juices, energy drinks, smoothies, and sports drinks. These wholesome drinks offer you better absorption of vitamins, minerals, and other vital nutrients. Drinking these great-tasting functional beverages is one of the most beneficial things you can do for your health, vitality, and overall wellness. Think about this simple fact. Every day you drink coffee, teas, sodas, juices, smoothies, and athletic or energy drinks. Most of these drinks contain harmful preservatives and chemicals, dangerous amounts of refined sugar, or unhealthy sugar substitutes. They may temporarily quench your thirst, but they're horrible for your health. To achieve optimum health, strength, and energy, you need to fuel your body with healthy beverages. Now you can, thanks to Mother Nature, the Amazon, and Fusion. The Fusion functional beverages are the healthiest drinks on the planet, and they come in 5 categories to help you reach your wellness goals in the areas you want to help. They are mental and physical energy. These drinks will vitalize and sustain your physical energy and mental focus. Anti-aging, to give you radiantly beautiful skin, greater mobility, and better flexibility. Weight management, so you can improve your digestive and intestinal health, increase your metabolism, and blowtorch fat away. Athletic performance, products designed for both weekend warriors and serious athletes to help you compete at optimal performance levels. And immune support. Drink this line for a power-packed boost to your immune system. It's not that difficult. Your cells regenerate from the nutrients you provide them. If you drink unhealthy things, you get sick. The faster way to feel better, get in shape, and have more energy is to drink healthier things. The Fusion line of healthy drinks, antioxidant-rich coffees, and nutrient-packed teas is made with only 100% natural ingredients. There are no preservatives or GMOs in any Fusion products, no sugar, no harmful artificial sweeteners. You get truly breakthrough nourishment from the goodness of Mother Nature with optimal assimilation. Best of all, they taste delicious. You don't have to change behavior or create new habits. Fusion products simply make the habits you now have, like drinking soda, coffee, or juice, healthier. You can even mix and match different Fusion drink mixes to work together synergistically, creating the legendary Fusion X effect in your own health. The Fusion Scientific Advisory Board oversees the entire process, from farming to manufacturing to delivery, to ensure that your products give you the best results. Fusion functional beverages are convenient, affordable, and they're the healthiest drinks on planet Earth. You will love what they do for your health, energy, and wellness. Get some from your local Fusion entrepreneur today.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm excited. Gosh, guys, all in 6 minutes. That's a power-packed video in 6 minutes. Now, you'll notice a couple of newnesses in the video. 5 categories. And the reason we came to 5 is that the company had 7. We had 4, and we came up, it's into the middle, and I think it's really well done so that we have 5 really clear categories, as you heard. Mental and physical energy, anti-aging, weight management, athletic performance, and immune support. I mean, I think there's something there for everyone. And guess what? In 2 weeks, you're going to have a new product catalog, a brand new product catalog with all the products that we have here in the United States in those 5 categories. So like Ross was saying, the X-Tribe Elves have been working overtime here to get things ready for you for the holidays, to be able to get through the holidays with a lot of excitement and building your business, to ramp up for the new year. And so, Ross, why don't you close out the call and let's get ready for an exciting week ahead.
Thanks, Ann. That's amazing. That video is fantastic. We've really got something for customers to get a real, in-depth look and get excited about that. That's fantastic. Every time the company comes out with a new video, we want to enroll again and just get started all over again. So now there's going to be there'll be a competition in the house tonight of how many videos we can get out, who's going to win that. So I am going to close it now, and I want to remind you that we close tomorrow night. Where if you're on the East Coast, we're back in sync with Lima. So the week ends right at midnight. I encourage you, we're moving into the holidays. Do not shut your business down because it's the holidays. We've got plenty of time between now and the end of the week to really make some great rank advancements, help people make these rank advancements. But I implore you, 90% or more of other marketers are going to shut down tonight and tomorrow they're going to shut down their business, and their business is going to stay shut until the second week in January. But we're not going to do that. X Tribe's not going to do that. Fusion's not going to do that. It leaves the whole playing field open for us. So I implore you, do not. In fact, I read this quote today, and I'm going to read it to you. If you take the holidays off, it means that your network marketing business is simply a hobby, which is okay, but realize you're never going to make non-hobby money by treating it like a hobby. So we've got a fantastic time. You are going to be, this week, you're going to be around people that you haven't seen in a long time. You're going to have the opportunity to take cold market to warm market and get around. A piece of advice, take every invite for a social gathering, say yes to it. Get out there, be where the people are. That's how you're going to meet, that's how you're going to meet people. That's how you're going to grow your business during the holidays. So we've got, you know how many hours left. I encourage you, get in your back office, get in your enrollment lines, get with your key leaders. Let's see what we can do between right now and midnight tomorrow. And we will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.